Well before the time of Vasco da Gama and Columbus, navigating the vast ocean and seek what lies beyond was a very challenging task. More and more explorers are sailing across the endless ocean in search of new land and new opportunities. Finding your way across the featureless ocean was a very daunting task. But since 1990s, with the introduction of global positioning system, navigating across the ocean have become very easy. Now everybody has a positioning device in their mobile phone, and Google Map has suddenly brought the whole world together in our fingertips. The GPS or Global Positioning System was started by US Department of Defense in 1973. And by 1993, 24 satellites were launched into the orbit around the Earth. These satellites were placed strategically in 6 orbital planes and 60-degree angle with each other. Each orbit consists of 4 satellites. These satellites are about 20,000 km above, and they make 2 complete circles of Earth each day. As of today, a total of 32 GPS satellites are in orbit, and 27 of them are in active use and rest are on standby. So at any given time, at any given point on Earth, at least 8 to 9 satellites are always visible to your GPS positioning device. And you actually need only 4 of them to calculate your position. Your position accuracy depends on the number of satellites and the satellite geometry, means where the satellites are in relation to your receiver position. Any satellites very close to the horizon tends to give you bad data. Other than the US, Russia, Japan, China, Europe have their own satellite positioning system. Do you know that India also have an independent satellite positioning system? As of today, India currently have 8 satellites in the orbit. These satellites are called IRNSS or Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. The constellation or the group of satellite is called NavIC or short form of Navigation with Indian Constellation. 3 of these satellites are in geostationary orbits and rest of them are in a geosynchronous orbit with 29-degree inclination to the equatorial plane. And these satellites are about 36,000 km above. India also has a GPS-aided geo-augmented navigation or GAGAN in short. This GAGAN signal is available via GSAT 8 and GSAT 10. And this service is specially dedicated to the civil aviation to manage the air traffic over the Indian airspace. Let us now discuss briefly how we get position from the satellites. But first we must know what we understand about position. Position refers to our spot or point on Earth where we stand. In our school we learned X and Y graph. If we take X equal to 2 and Y equal to 3, then we can plot our position on the graph. And this is 2-dimensional. We have a single point of origin where X and Y meet, and we know this as 0 point. Similarly, we do have 0 point on Earth, but the point is not on land. The x-axis of Earth is the equator, which encircles the Earth east to west and divided into northern and southern hemisphere. All the lines running parallel to the equator are called latitude lines. And the y-axis line is called prime meridian or Greenwich meridian. This line runs north to south and encircles the Earth pole to pole. All the adjacent lines running north-south are called longitude lines, and they are not parallel as they converge at the poles. These latitude and longitude lines are defined in angles, more precisely in degree, minute and second. So the position of Mumbai is roughly latitude 19 degree and 3 minute north and longitude 72 degree and 51 minute east. As Mumbai is north of the equator and east of the prime meridian, so we write latitude as north and longitude as east.